Okay, recording this video after close trade Monday, 16th of March 2015. Hope you've had a good couple of days trading. Well, what a cracker we had today, Monday. Just raced away into an uptrend and just would not stop. And I do feel as if I repeat myself over and over, but the same patterns just repeat over and over. I say the uptrend is not over or the downtrend is not over until we see exhaustion buy on the 1500 tip bar chart. So here's today's open. We crack into this uptrend. Whole series of pullback to end of trend signals, but it's not until you get exhaustion buy and bearish divergence that this thing is over. And then by the end of the day, when this thing signals, too late really for a reversal trade. We had quite a lot of profit taking at the end of the day, but the uptrend is not over till we see exhaustion patterns on the 1500 tip bar chart. So there we go. We had a beauty of a little entry here. We bounced off resistance. Resistance becomes support at this point here. The professionals kind of stepped in. They bought this thing up, and then they bought that little retrace, and then bang, we're away to the upside. My target was sitting at 4 points, got taken out pretty quickly on that. It was way too early, so I re-entered at 64.25, which wasn't a great place. It kind of was around here and so on. But I held on to it until we got another 4 out of this move, because the move's not over till we see exhaustion buy. And all we were seeing was Rambo to Rambo channels here on the 1500 tip bar chart. The amateurs getting wrong-footed. They're seeing this thing roll over, and they're going short at this point here. No. The market's going up until we see exhaustion buy. So then as soon as the market starts to creep up and break to new highs, they're either being stopped out of those positions or going long again. So we see more amateur activity there. And eventually they're wrong there. We start to roll over. And then they're thinking, well, I might as well go short because this thing's rolling over again. No, it's too late in the day. What are we sitting there? We're midday. The market's going to roll over for 11 a.m. So they get wrong-footed again, and we come back up to those highs. They're being taken out on their stops, or maybe kind of buying new highs, and that's when the exhaustion pattern comes in at 74. So 2 little bites of this. It was kind of nice, each one. Slow trading. This kind of activity here was very slow in that trade, but this was a nice kind of little fast one shot, one kill. Anyway, so there we go. Exhaustion buy. It's not over until we see the exhaustion patterns on the 1500 tip bar chart. So it's been a great kind of few days trading. We've had some fantastic signals. 40,500 tip bar chart. We bottomed this move with pullback to end of trend, exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence, and so on. This move here, which was a really strong kind of breakaway move that we tested on Friday, was caught really nicely on the next time frame down. So on the 13,500 tip bar chart, it was a classic trifecta. Pullback to end of trend, exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence comes in, and all these blue professional bars at the lows, bang, for that breakaway move. Now, I don't know, with the Emini-Watch crowd, you tend to be kind of an older crowd and not really into social media. I must admit I'm not into social media all that much, but I do post quite a bit on this Google Plus kind of platform. Anyway, so if you're interested in following some of the things I'm looking at and reading and so on, you can see stuff there. But on Wednesday of last week, so here March the 11th, at the close of that trade, I did put out that little signal there on the 13,500 tip bar chart. It was a beauty trifecta. When I say trifecta, it's all 3 things kind of happening together. So we've got our 3 non-correlated indicator based on price. We got pullback to end of trend based on buying and selling volume, which is better momentum. We got exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence comes in, and then lastly average trade size with the amateurs and professional bars. The professional bars kind of picking it up at the lows here, and then bang, that was the breakaway move. So it was a lovely little move on 13,500 tip bar chart. Then we went back to test with pullback to end of trend on the 40,500 chart, and now we had this kind of really nice kind of breakaway move on Monday. But watch out. Watch out, because now we're coming up to the area where we broke down, and it'll be resistance on the 135-minute chart here. So this move kind of topped out. We had all of those kind of Rambo patterns at the highs and lack of buying and so on going on. We broke into this downtrend, and seemingly we've been caught, and we've kind of bounced nicely off those 2030 type numbers, but we're coming into resistance on 1500. So I think we're going to have another push down to test down, and let's see if that kind of area holds down there for a really kind of breakaway move. We're a little bit early in terms of the daily chart, in terms of catching this low. Some of the indices have kind of caught that low, but I think we're just going to have one little kind of push back down just to make sure it's in before we can be sure that it's kind of going to the upside and breaking to new highs and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so there we go. I do apologize for all of the multiple time frame stuff. I seem to be bouncing around on different time frames, sometimes showing you 1500 tip bar charts and then 13,500 tip bar charts, but it can't be avoided in some ways because the market resonates in different time frames. It has different harmonics. And you can see these patterns kind of appearing in different time frames. And all I'm trying to say is the market's complicated. It's not all just a 5-minute chart up and down and up and down. We'll come into different support and resistance on different time frames, and that's all I'm trying to kind of alert you to. So this has been an important low that we've put in here in the 30s. We're probably going to go back and test, because on that 135-minute chart we got to get rid of this kind of trending activity. The pullback to end of trend signal here has to kind of bottom this thing out. So just watch for that over the next day or so. Anyway, I hope your trading is going well, and yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Okay, just got long 56 and a quarter, long 56 and a quarter, checking stops and targets. We're bursting a little bit, and I imagine that's because, well, we're jumping around a lot. I'm going to leave my target where it is, which is still in an uptrend or above resistance here. We just bounced. Oh, here we go. We're just going 16 and a quarter is what I'm after. 7,000 reading. Got blue professional bars. Bought this breakout in this little dip. Well, we came down pretty quickly from 59s. Another flush pattern here, but it's playing off this exhaustion kind of pre-open. Only the one blue professional bar up here. Nothing on 1500. So still holding out for this to just find a little bit of support, maybe at the breakout level, kind of keep going up. Alright, there we go. Support's held, 500, pull back. We're heading back up. I'm just looking for this little touch above this previous pivot, and that'll be nice. Be stops or whatever to run up there. So, alright, still holding out. Maybe this is going to be the one. Now we've had it pull back to end of trend. No blue professional bars on 1500 though. Here we go. Going for that little bit of burst. Okay, just keeping my target where it is, 16 and a quarter. Let's rush that previous high. And bingo. Take it out. 16 and a quarter. Excellent for 8:48 AM. It's getting a little bit nutso now. But it's putting this pullback to end of trend. That's the first blue professional bar that kind of came in. And done. Just going to watch it for a while now.